It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick
Two
off.
1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Here's Akers. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Darnold from the gun. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Here's the ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
2-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Bears first
from the 50, it's Tannehill. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
14-yard line.
Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. Well, throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st down, Bears.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Bears, nothing.
Tannehill on 1st down. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They snap it to Tannehill, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He was tackled.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Akers. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. Caught out left side by Robinson. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 87 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
41.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now Darnold. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 40 now on second down. Darnold, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold will get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down. Third and 2, Darnold. And the throw is going to be incomplete. previous incompletion, and now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
The Rams got him. They bring him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on third and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going into halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now, sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Pounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Bears Rams going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the...
Well, the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson,
Chicago.
81 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
To kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night?
Brings up second.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up. There he goes left side. 30. The 20. Touchdown Rams. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to sling this deep down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
To number 15.
3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it, and look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Darnold now to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Smith in on the tackle.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try to maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Yeah, this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
3-yard gain on the.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
Old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a run with Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run this with Akers. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that's going to tie things at 20. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Third down.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Chicago. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And that will come the offense as they take over.
1-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Faking the give, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And able to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over.
at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grab.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. And that is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Holding at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run here with Akers. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. Rollins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Darnold. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
40-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now, these guys are shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They toss it out right to Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. That it? And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And my, how the tables have turned after that play. And you know what? You think back to 1978. Little history lesson here. Take us through it, Charles. You remember that.
I remember it well. Trying to run out the clock. The Giants, Joe Pizarczyk trying to hand off to Larry Zonka. The ball goes on the ground, and Herm Edwards picks it up. What do we call that?
Look it up, kids. The miracle at the Meadowlands. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st down, Chicago.
To throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw. Sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's back to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Bears.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Akers, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Tannehill. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
It's now second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. This from Tom Dempsey range here. Just short. He had it on line. They ran out of gas at the end. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime for Tannehill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's John Simon with a sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is third and a mile right now. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flush to his right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Partner, it's a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. John Simon, his 2nd sack of the night.
3rd and 12.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
This is taken around the 12. Shreds the tackle. Still on his feet. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
41-yard line.
Now Darnold with his first throw of OT. It's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
15-yard line.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. Oh, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
2nd and 9 at the 21.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. first down, it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Darnold completes it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights.
Bears.
We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for L.A., they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.